change. It highlights the courage to make bold choices, the clarity to find direction in chaos, and the conviction to stand firm beyond consensus. Anchored on four pillars: decision, execution, innovation, and identity, it reminds us that leadership is about navigating with integrity, embracing change, and driving impact with purpose. To our dignitaries, I would like to mention that the magazine placed in front of you is the inaugural edition of Echoes, the official magazine of the Business Excellence Summit, themed Voices at the Edge, which reflects this year's theme of the Business Excellence Summit, Leading at the Edge, from uncertainty to impact. This platform showcases thought-provoking articles by the students of Xavier Institute of Management at University of Bhubaneswar, reflecting the perspectives on contemporary business issues, challenges, and their vision as managers of tomorrow. I would now like to introduce our esteemed moderator for the keynote address, Professor Francis Castellino, Professor of Information Systems at Xavier Institute of Management, Exeter University. We are honored to have you here, sir. With immense pride, I have the privilege of introducing to you today our distinguished keynote speaker, an alumnus of the Xavier Institute of Management, Exeter University, Bhubaneswar, class of 1994, Mr. Kamadeba Mohanty. With a rich and multidisciplinary academic journey spanning across arts, law, and management, and an outstanding record of excellence, including gold medal and MA from Mumbai University, Sir exemplifies the spirit of a lifelong learner who has consistently thrived in every field he pursues. Sir's illustrious career, spanning over 3 decades, reflects both depth and diversity. He began in academia and development and went on to spend more than a decade in banking with the United Bank of India and IDBI, taking on leadership roles that consistently drove growth, built teams, and shaped large-scale operations. In 2006, he joined Reliance Retail, and over the last 19 years, he has been part of its remarkable growth story. He is today the Chief Operating Officer of Grocery Retail and JioMart, steering one of the largest grocery and digital commerce ecosystems in the country. Over nearly 2 decades at Reliance Retail, Sir has been instrumental in scaling the company's retail footprint across formats and regions, driving operational excellence and shaping JioMart into one of India's largest grocery and digital commerce platforms. Sir has been awarded with numerous accolades, some of which include the Hypermarket of the Year and the Asian Human Capital Award. Sir's ability to bridge strategy and execution, to build teams across geographies, and to keep people and customers at the center of every transformation is what sets him apart. For us, at Xavier Institute of Management, it is a matter of great pride to see how one of our own has shaped industries, led with humility, and built impact at a national scale. Sir, to be able to call you as our allies is our deepest pride and privilege. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a warm welcome to Mr. Kamadeba Mohanty.
Good morning and namaste. So thanks, Dr. Francis, for introducing me to all of you, and it's my pleasure. I'm actually back to my alma mater after quite some time. After I passed out from the institute, this must be the second occasion. Of course, people must be trying out for different regions. I was trying to be on the back burner, but time and the right age that it's for me to come interact with all of you. Before proceeding further, let me first wish first of all distinguished faculty and all actually dear students and the future of our nation. It's nice to see all school with all bright kids inside this hall. And I had actually, the privilege of having, close to around not 3 decades, 4 decades of exposure of working, in corporate world and two diverse fields. First, initial 20 years in banking, and then last 20 years from 2006 onwards in retail, with Reliance. So I will be, at least sharing, of course, linking the subject. When I heard the topic, leading at the age and say uncertainty to, so they're talking of what, at least what government written anywhere, so how really uncertainty to impact. So I will actually bullet all those things from my life experience, both from banking and retail, and we will try to at least sum up, the key areas, which would have really helped me navigate through this entire process, and it might help all of you. Before that, let me express my heartfelt and sincere gratitude to XIMB and all of you who have given me opportunity to come. Second, whatever actually I am today, XIMB actually would have helped impact my career, progress in the first phase, which I maybe may not have dreamt in those days when I entered XIMB. It's an honest confession. And some of the faculties, I remember they are still there. Yesterday, Dr. Lata Ravindran was teaching us both micro and macroeconomics, teaching us all the basics elements of economics which helps you navigate, taking your decisions, in your own business, both in banking and retail. I have found it, very immensely impactful. And on a lighter note, my better half, my spouse, is also postgraduate in economics from Muslim University, and she's a ranker and better student than me. There's nothing wrong in confessing. But when I actually learned economics basics from here, and which is relevant in our day-to-day life, I felt that I am in no way inferior to her so far as basics of economics is concerned. Next bit, I can tell you, Professor Ramana cannot be here, and so all the basics of financial accounting and cost and management accounting that I learned from Professor Ramana. He's younger to me by age, but he was a faculty then. And what we learned actually from him, that really, is extremely important on day in and out, when you take any kind of, business decision, both in banking, when analyzing a lot of corporates, for deciding or, giving a lot of big sum of loans, or else in current job, for retail, where you operate on very thin margin, and, for every decision that you take on any kind of investment, or, the margin at which you sell to the customers, everything is linked with that. Which are your fixed costs, which are your variable costs, everything, day in and out, those basics are taught. And I felt the learning that I got here, from those subjects helps me, boost it even to challenge all our group CEO, group CFO, any decisions which are taken day in and out. Next bit, which would have really impacted me, some of the faculties, because, sorry sir, please excuse me, because I have been taught and I distinctly remember how it has impacted my life, and I still carry those values and, those learnings day in and out, use even in current phase. That's why I thought of this sharing, and you must be having similar kind of experience from your faculties, and which must be really helping you. Next bit was about one actually Professor so Uday, Damodaran, right now Soma, both were there, but Uday really gave me the best, another, love of my life, which is more, other than the what else, how do I engage? He was taking a session on security analysis and portfolio management. So he imbibed in me the love of investing, staying engaged, with the capital market, and that really, of course, was a critical business in, the new generation banking, where also I worked for close to 10 years, sir. And till now, if somebody will tell what is your other passion other than market investment, that would have really given me, at least a space of life. And all of you know, actually, if you see Charlie Munger lived so long, Warren Buffett still, at least working at 95, 96 years. And when you are starting aging, staying engaged and doing some activity which really helps you, which gives you motivation, and keeps you mentally agile and do, I feel, this thing is one actually chapter that I learned from Uday. Prior to that, I didn't have any penny, investment, either learning. But more than investing, what it taught us, that everyday reading economic times, any of the major things. So starting with XIMB, I first learned to read an economics newspaper every day in and out. Prior to that, I was reading maybe Times of India, some other local dailies, but it imbibed in all the confidence of going through one business daily every day in and out. Why I am touching that each of you, those who are already actually reading any of the business daily is fine, but Uday insisted that at least we choose, there are some 3-4. One was Business Standard, as Economic Times, then Financial Express. Of course, me cannot come by then. All these 4 papers that we read every day, and therefore we put questions don't know. So then gradually we discovered which paper is following more. We thought Uday was following Economic Times. I told let ET be my partner. Like every line you have to read and come prepared that questions can come anywhere. Then over a period of time, we realized that there are a lot of news items or clippings which come, which are relevant today, may not have relevant tomorrow. But since all of you are students of business, or going to be the business of the entire corporate world, so please ensure that you read one business paper every day. That's one habit that I learned, until just like brushing your teeth, reading at least newspaper, it's an economic newspaper is a mandatory for any one of you to be in the corporate world. So these 4-5 things. Other thing that I learned from Father Bogart, he was taking a session on social and ethical responsibility. So as a corporate citizen, how do you actually carry any job, any activity that you do, how it is actually relevant for the society at large, and how you handle it with all values and ethics. Those are very important. And he was teaching us so passionately. I feel this actually must have impacted me in navigating through this journey. So that's what I'm grateful and continue to remain grateful to XIMB till my last breath. I feel all of you, at least if you are enjoying impacting this, what 4-5 things that I say, and you will be having more than that, many actually other elements that you carry from XIMB. It will be your lifetime experience. That's what I thought of saying. Coming back to my experience that I said, so I I'm fortunate being in the early years of at least to start your banking career. Everything was manual. There was no computerizations, and to open an account you have to stand in the queue, and to withdraw money you have to stand in the queue. Those are the days. And when I started my business education here, sometime in 91 to, so that's the time that we got inducted, and liberalizations of the economy happened. From Manmohan Singh was the finance minister, P.V. Narasimha was the prime minister. That's the time it happened. Coincided with my entry into XIMB, and then the new generation banking came. All the new generations banking, which came since I was from a public sector. One might say, so uncertainty. How you were in public sector, you are traditional job, your parents, in-laws are already married by then. They will be telling you how you want to leave this job. And if you prior to that, when I was in corporate banking, I was in core banking, then you will have a treasury operations, which is a very free job, at least in all banking sector. And in my organizations, there was one position created called foreign exchange dealer, and you have to be in the age gap of around 30, and you have to exit by 35. So that's the time. And I was in the right bucket. I had completed my XIMB degree, and in every bank, you have all India, you have an exam called Certified Associate Institute of Bankers, CAIAB. If you pass those exams, you get some free increments. So while studying here directly, then all this education that you get, literally you feel it's nothing, and there are people who are struggling, and in one single attempt, every single attempt, you pass these exams and you get additional increment. And top of that, when the selection happens, there is one post, and around around 4,000 odd, kids they apply for that post within the bank, and written test, GD, interview, everything happens, and there will be a lot of people who will see IIT. So I felt what really helped me, the degree in XIMB, that on the age, that one post also I will grab it. So that's the kind of differentiation, really helped me in my career to get into that. Once you get into dealing with treasury, so there economic time trading means every day it's a must. While you will be sitting in front of router screen and how globally all foreign exchange movements are happening, and you have to take a decision actually whether any hedge. Supposing you have to every bank, if you get into treasury, so from the bank side you have given a loss limit. You can incur loss up to this position, and you have to take a lot of trading positions, which are all taught actually of Boots program. If any one of you join any bank, if you are selected, if you are lucky, in treasury, that's one of the highest paying job in the country, and there you actually get to, obviously you have to know what is the interest rate change, what is the inflation, what is the employment positions of different countries. These are all mandatory requirements. Both now that you have got a lot of online information, that time all through newspaper, at least you get to read, and you have to take position, which currency against US dollar, whether now euro has come, that time Deutsche Mark, or up to Japanese yen, which currency. All these at least all reading and getting into this position you get. And once you get into that position to treasury, your value actually increases so many at least fold, that this is a very selected breed in the country, and everybody is after you to grab. That's the kind of role that at least I was fortunate to get. And that time this new generation banking had happened, so all banks will be after you, whether it's SDFC, ICICI, that time UTI bank was there, then IDBI. So since I am actually coming from public sector, and of course when I will be able to leave the job, my spouse, she was also at least started her career as a lecturer in economics, but since part of my job I was mobile at least, and she was in this state, somebody has to leave the job, and she has decided to I will quit and then move along, because in bank you can stay in one location maximum for 3 years. That's the kind at least they are all career goals mutually discuss and agree and take decisions, and then we came, and I was in Calcutta in the treasury, and then I have to join or not join. So that's the age, but you have to decide what you want. Is it over taking this risk or not? But what really inspires you, that having a strong education, great exposure, having all the qualifications, and definitely then you have to take that plunge. And I will be, since all through the money that you will be having, you will have brothers, sisters, for their marriage, the education, I will feeding. I will have only 1,25,000 given to me out of my gratuity PF. That's the money I get, and I decide to leave and go with my 2 kids. One kid is only some, at least for 9 months, and another kid is some 3.5 years. And you go to a place, first you are offered, I will go to Bombay, Delhi, or I will switch place. I don't know, Bombay I will get lost, better let me go to a tier 2 locations. So IDBI then, Rajasthan, they had opened, place Jaipur, the first branch. I don't know, let me go and head Jaipur. So, and you go, you have literally packed your baggages. That time, going all your luggages from Calcutta to Jaipur will take in 6-7 days, and you reach there by Jodhpur Express, at least to in a hotel, start searching for at least a place, and by the time your luggage comes, 15 days, your accommodation, everything is ready. And so that is what you have to take certain time in life. This kind of opportunity will come, but you have to take the decision. I had an opportunity, I was being given at least all advices by my elders, my in-laws, my parents, that don't leave a pensionable job, government job. But finally you have to take a call. Do I need to stay where, or do I need to change and grab the opportunity where the country is moving? That is what I do. So I will connect later or else UP and Uttarakhand that time undefeated, you go as a state head, and then of course the zone created, Bihar, Jharkhand, MP, Chhattisgarh, and these all these centers, 7 states together. Where do you want to go? I don't know. Let me some of you bhaiya state वहाँ क्यों जाओगे और जंगल है इधर है उधर है. So but that time in the bank, my CEO actually who had joined is Gunit was only 38 years old. He was heading investment banking of Citibank, and he was hired by IDBI to lead this bank. He is from St. Stephen, Ahmedabad, Wharton Business School, heading City, and the first mail that you get, from your boss, that you are in the platform. You have to decide, and now fast moving train will reach the platform. You have to decide whether you want to board fast moving train or you love to be in the platform. So obviously you say, no, I will have to move this. So having all the exposure, from core banking to corporate banking to treasury, then you decide, at least you move to retail banking, which was the next phase, which happened across the country. Of course, that time I didn't know that HDFC Bank will bring more stock options value. But at that time I took IDBI because it is backed by a semi-government institution. More of safety was the concern, who is really very limited. Me, I would have taken more risk of joining, HDFC Bank. But since from pensional job I came, I thought let me choose an organization which is promoted by at least a government body. Then next section we are talking of leading at edge. You are going to an organization, going to a new business, new generation banking. How to navigate there where you don't know actually are you going to get business? If these people are getting fourfold of salary that you are getting in public sector bank, they are not going to give you. So once you go there, when you first have only one branch in the state. So how do you actually grab business from across the entire state with one branch? So there is nothing, no rating, nothing, no document, nothing. These are all uncharted business, uncharted territory. So those kind of opportunity will come to you when you grab any. There will be a lot of startups, there will be a lot of new businesses. But you have to think through and innovate a lot of thoughts, ideas. Of course, within the regulatory framework of the country. As a banker, by then putting in already 10 years, I of course had complete grip on how the banking sector operates. But what actually as a new generation bank you can do, where there is no Bible, no code, no process net, just government has decided, a lot of banks have come. You start preparing all those at least booklets, guidelines, everything, and then start actually navigating how to get business. I don't know if some of you are from Rajasthan. So Jaipur, when you see Jaipur, of course, is a city of a lot of exports of garments, exports of garments, all those businesses were there. But the major businesses were also there in Udaipur, where you have of chemicals, pesticides, a lot of exports, from Jodhpur, which are all throughout the state spread. But I don't have, by then I didn't have any branch network. How do you cater to those customers and get? So to start thinking, there's no written guideline basic. So now you might see, at least online bank is online transfer. So then, first of all, if any loan that you give, first of all, you have to transmit that money, to that location. And you don't have network, and there is no guideline. So what do you do first? The largest network in the country, obviously, State Bank and the associates. So they have their, all branch network. So please, then catch to the bank who is not the core bank of Rajasthan. So like State Bank of Mysore, they had an associate bank. They are not from Rajasthan, so they will have very limited network. But they can transfer fund anywhere. Because within the SBI group and associate, there is all associate bank. So associate will transfer. Capital of them and the core charge from a branch bank in the city, there is not much of activity. So you tell that, I would remit 20 crore, 30 crore, 50 crore, 100 crores, but I will fix here only 1,000 rupees per return. This is all free. Yeah, agree. Then you start actually acquiring the entire business of Rajasthan, even having one branch only in Jaipur. So that really our case, we need my CEO, how it can happen, what can happen. Then they start, at least putting that at a model of the business. Next bit, at least say all the exporters, they are all old first of all, you go and meet to those people, tell them, sir, you are just like your young kids who are just coming. So please, give us an opportunity. So they will say they will give you offer cup of tea, coffee, everything. But why they will give business, having a strong legacy relationship from their forefathers in bank, and you are a new generation bank. Why am giving? You will have a lot of businesses. How the industry is opening up, you get into new. So how to break the barrier and get into those which will be relevant. So since I was a treasury guy, I told all your exports. So this is the rate that you are getting. If you sell dollar to rupee, you should be getting X. So whatever rates at which they were getting money, it is decided by the head office. But here, I took the liberty of deciding what is live rates and how actually in each transaction you can save lakhs of rupees. So that's what we started doing, 2-3 biggie. So all these, exporters, they will have all groups. They will start discussing. As some young kid has come and they are giving this rate. Then they start opening account and it becomes a news in the state that yes, if you open an account, you get this kind of money. So I am giving this as an example that you have to continuously start thinking, innovating a lot of thoughts, ideas within broader regulatory framework of your country, and this can come only when you are at the edge. But if you are comfortable and here, you can't get this. So only thing is that uncertainty gives growth. Uncertainty actually gives opportunity to think, innovate, and how do I actually move forward. That's about my banking journey. Then coming to retail, at least if you retail, similar kind of experience you have come. So first of all, I am not when I was Reliance kept pursuing with me that please come join us. We are starting a new business. I told I am not a retailer, I am a banker, and why should I come and I had only moved to Bombay to head their branch banking, the entire country's operations. So then whatever happened, I will link it to 3-4 basic dimensions, that all of you would be required to think, in your life when you are taking your career decision. So it came with purpose, actually, so actually each of us when we take decision, we have to live with a purpose. What do we want in life? Of course, paycheck matters, but paycheck is not everything, in a life when you take any decision. So what at least Mr. Ambani, he kept sharing with me. See, Reliance has got multiple businesses in petrochemicals and everything. We would like to start a consumer business in retail, where we have an opportunity to generate huge employment across the country for people who are in the bottom of the pyramid, means class 10, 12. A lot of people who can't afford and get the opportunity. How do you keep employment? Because when we go to any store, the store associates 10, 12, maybe some of them after graduation, that kind of education. So that is second. What you create, at least to formalize the economy in creating some modern trade, retail. Formalize in the sense anything that happens in the modern trade. Obviously, the taxations, everything is get governments collects. Third, actually give a platform for all actually farmers, producers of the geography. At least they can feed, they can at least transact, they can at least route through your system. And fourth, you create actually you become sign of modern infrastructure that you create for the state. And Titan, of course, Titan yesterday we would have taken a session with Titan Naik, Madhumita, I understand is taking some sessions. They were the two actually people I had hired fast, when I came to research, because Madhu was from retail background. I told it, besides diversity, at least you are the one who knows little bit of retail, and Titan was in Vodafone, then were to initially starting a team. So we thought let's start. So purpose was they would know that you have an opportunity to create employment, opportunity to help the farmers of these locations, opportunity to create urban infrastructure. So purpose, there has to be a purpose on which at least you should be any decision that you take. Obviously, first would be that yes, am I getting a good employment? Am I getting a good at least offer from a great company? Those are there. But inside you have to think the purpose, and when you see what is the at least impact it had. So this is what at least when you are entering, there is a lot of uncertainty. But at the edge, at least you have to how it creates impact. When you came to Odisha and we started actually, first obviously you visit the entire state, you get to see your own state, and when you start opening these doors, you have huge resistance. Huge resistance. If you know, at least you have got a lot of success down, far gone, and it gets passed in NDT then and DT everywhere. I get call from chairman's office, please sort this business, our brand is getting dented. You come back to Bombay and start the business in Odisha. Okay. So I had actually, an edge what to do. Because I have shown the light, the confidence to a lot of bright guys. I had already hired more than 500 young kids, somebody from Mohanty, somebody from Cell, somebody from Travel, somebody from different people, a lot of supply chain experts, engineering experts set up. So I had a lot of people. I told 500 families that were already hired. Is it too late or not hard to run away? So no, you have to think. Company told no problem, you come back and stay. So we told you stay far, no. We'll actually stay, we'll stay put, whatever has happened, we'll try to correct it. So what to do? So reach out to all these people who are creating and give them, because the sense of uncertainty, they feel maybe it will be impacting their business. Maybe small actually, kiranas or traders will be impacting their life. But when you start interacting with them, that it is going to help you. That all farmers currently who are only to produce, and initially of course you have to start without fruits and vegetables because there are a lot of fear. At least you will get a window to sell all your produce more and you can sell here. And if you not even currently you see the rice products produced from Odisha to even Kerala, even other AP, all places. So lot of at least so interactions will happen, you get confidence, and they started feeling yes, it is going to help them. And it is matter of time. It took us 3, 4, 5 months. So overnight we can't start selling everything. We started okay, let us start without fruits and vegetables. Started once stabilized, so let us start at least imported foods. Let's get it stabilized. Then gradually starts fruits, vegetables. Then you have healthy commodities. Similar kind of situations will come. But if your purpose is clear, what you want in life, what is the business that is like, purpose is clear. So having at least purpose, any job that you do, that's going to be really helping you. Initial days, anything that you decide also it could be tough. You might have a lot of tough situations in the new job that you take. But it's matter of time that you have to, if you have chosen the right purpose, you will at least face it very strongly and it will help. Next, what I can see is about change. Change is at least constant in life. So that's going to at least come. So always embracing agility or embracing change is a fact of life. So this is the second thing that embracing agility. That's must. So I can give multiple examples. Currently, I can share for all of you. We operate across the length and breadth of the country, and my team we have got 8 regions and we have around 24 states. Northeast is one state. Effectively from Jammu Kashmir to Kanyakumari, if you have our business, we have around 2,500 grocery stores that I lead as the chief operating officer since 2018. Last 7 years or 7 and 8 years I have been heading this role, and we have at least during COVID what happened, literally customers couldn't come and people were scared. So that's the time at least we have to reach out to our associates and they have to at least take the challenge of coming to store and opening every day. When most of the people in the office, they will be all in the office, operating from home. Nobody would come to office. You can think the life of an associate daring to come to their stores, opening the store every day. Even en route while they will be getting beaten by the police, that you should travel on those times on the road. You were beaten. They will still at least take the challenge of at least being essential services or giving some braces and all. They come, and top of that, delivering your goods at your every customer's place. You can think of it cannot happen only on paycheck. Paycheck, at least whatever money that how much you get, between their job. But how to create an organization and ecosystem where around what 1.5 lakh or people do their on role in our business and off role with e-commerce coming in, gig workers and all around 1.5 lakhs, almost 3 lakh or people are part of our grocery business. And how do you actually inspire those people to come and serve actually customers every day in and out? So that's actually, unless you have a purpose which is beyond your job, you can't do this. And it happened, and people started, WhatsApp based. That time we didn't have, quick commerce or e-commerce per se. These people will WhatsApp, these are the items we need, because they had a strong relationship, with the stores, and they used to go and deliver at those steps, because nobody was coming, out from home. And this happened, across the country, and how actually these people have played a critical role, an important role in reaching out, in all tier 3, tier 4, tier 1, tier 2, every locations, service that they rendered. So what happened next? Next, actually, when the store starts, at least opening, then online actually, so we started a very small way, GeoMart, the online actually delivery that we started, and we had the comfort luxury of delivering within 48 hours. Today, place order you get after 48 hours. So we started, and that really, customers are also okay. Every day you get 7-8 lakhs orders, and that was giving good business. And the store starts opening. So customers are obviously it's in a very desire. So store will let us stop this business, and now customers have started coming in. COVID succeeded. So let's actually start fully brick and mortar store business. So some places on these stores were doing very well. We will discontinue this business and do okay, let's do it, and we will select places to do it. Meanwhile, what happened is quick commerce business, they are all burning money actually, I tell you, it's all e-funds money has been burnt. There's no point 10 minutes delivery, average bill value is around 250, 300, you get around 30-40 rupees, and end of the day your last mile delivery again takes around 45 rupees. Forget about rental, electricity, globally nowhere actually they have sustained that. So now it's a buzzword, e-funding, everything is happening and it's going on. So you have a decision that do I need this business or I stop it? So thought of it, at least no, if we have to be there. If you don't be there, then what will happen? It will start impacting your business, your life for life, LFL sales. All these businesses are tracked measured life for life. What was your business this year? What is next year? Because this is not compared month on month. Because you have a lot of festivities. This Diwali will last Diwali. This Dasara will last Dasara. That is what all once you get into business, you will see how it is measured. So what we started actually then looking at, we have to start this business. There is nothing, at least. So online, offline, actually we have to start both the businesses. And in the process, what happens, if you don't do what would have happened, your life will have got dented. Because that business will be taken away by the competition. Like you were teaching whether now Zomato, the Swiggy, every actually all the at least the newcomers businesses which came in, they would give you a big loan. So immediately within a wait, within 10-15 days, we have to start aggressively doing this business, but we are not advertising anything. Because brands as a business, they don't get into small announcement. They believe at least in what is the market share that you get. Must be seeing in Geo, must be seeing how do actually impact the lives of the overall customers with value which is sustainable for growth. Don't do any jugglery in the business. So that is what now we have currently gone into quick commerce. We may not be delivering in 10 minutes, you don't commit, because you don't commit 10 minutes, technically you are not counted as a quick commerce time. But we thought, okay, from 24 actually 48 hours, same thing, because they were not owning it out. The moment they thought without this you won't survive, then within 1 month, 2 months, same team, from 40 hours it came to 30 minutes. And then from 30 minutes it is now 20 minutes. So that's part of my at least daily tracking mechanism. I'm just making them feel if you don't do this business, somebody else will take care of this business. So now, agility, you have to quickly change. Change is constant in life. This is a small book with my My Cheese. It's a small book, you should read, and that's an excellent book, that change is constant in life. You can't, at least live. So anything, missing my life journey. I've tried my best, to change and accept, what is part of life and what is future. And I was talking to Professor Sir now that next year maybe you might start at least, maybe, it's a business with AIL. So in future, all of you, whatever job that you go, unless you have, at least some specific, at least programs around AI, it will be impacting, at least your, progression. So whatever, at least any technological operations, you have to be a lifelong learner. So there is no actually, in life, you have to continuously learn, that's a part of life, and you have to change. And you have to develop a skill set. It's not about degree, it's about skill set. So till the last breath, you have to continuously learn and have, a skill set which is relevant and keep time. So I'm telling currently if you see, is e-commerce business is a profitable business? No. But we are taking a bet on it that let us first stabilize the business. And if, at least for us, what actually we are taking the chance, I tell you, being we are only omni-channel in the country. Omni-channel business from the same store we are doing, both brick and mortar as well as, e-commerce. Your fixed cost is zero because you don't pay any rental, you don't pay any electricity. And again, the manpower, when they are free, they can also contribute. So optimal utilizations of manpower for the business, and you will have also some dedicated, people deployed for the quick commerce. And carving out a space, and then you navigate how to do both the business from the same place without impacting. Initially, it will appear that you are impacting, then you start navigating and do it. So that's what innovations that you are doing continuously, you are piloting, and it is coming to a perfect stage. And many times you will let us stop this business, you will say, no, sir, we don't want to love. So you have to at least first to inspire the team on the ground. How you are evaluating the business, you have to strategically put it. How I have put it first, storytelling, sir. So then if you don't do it, your impact. So then listen a little bit. Next, tell, don't worry. Whatever full box business comes, this is that your evaluation will happen. Whether it is online, offline, anything comes, so I will consider as a project. Everybody will run, sir, I want this business to do it. So it's all, I know the business is not profitable because your last mile cost only is reduced or your average order value increases. But that won't happen overnight. So first let the team on the ground know how to at least handle both the business, improve productivity without impacting the customers, and how then improve the profitability. So all these options, you have to keep trying multiple in your career, you have to keep trying multiple things. And it is not only you have to create an ecosystem in the team, wherever, once you grow up in this life, you have to always actually, even if you have bosses in life are fine, please allow me to try actually, this one thing at least in maybe give me 1 month. Let me try this idea which thought which is coming to me. So nobody will say no. So create an ecosystem where opportunity for innovation are trying. And in our company, I can tell you from the value, if you have not tried anything, you are in the backbench. Company always would encourage you that always actually take risks, keep trying. And if you have not failed in life, then you are not successful. Then you don't know how high is the high. But you should not be repeating the same mistake continuously. So only when you keep trying, go up, you can know actually how high that you can do life or any business that you do. So that's one. Second is about at least allowing innovations, but innovations in the sense when you do it has to be pilot. You don't anything. See, we have got 3,500 stores. I can't blindly take decision that you do it. So what any thought, any idea that you need to do, we actually identify a few geographies where in a controlled environment you can pilot, test. Once it stabilizes, then you have to scale up. So anything that will also come in your life, anything has to stabilize and scale up. So that's part of life. So in everything that you do in life, you'll have opportunity to do it and create an environment where team continuously at least keep innovating a lot of thoughts, ideas, completely evaluate, as it's sustainable, not make sense, and creating an ecosystem. And so that's what actually about agility. The last bit from my side actually it's about on people and nothing. How to build strong actually environment with human capital. It's not human resources anymore. Resources all consumed. Capital is an investment which keeps generating actually a lot of values for the organization. In our early days, department human resource development department HRD. Now it should transfer to human capital actually development SCD like that. At least so all businesses that all of us will do create at least an environment where at least your training, hiring has to be pretty right. Choosing the team who are all relevant for the business, who love, enjoy to do that kind of business. Doesn't matter, they can come experience only after they are happy, let them join. And then as previously I just told, it's about at least learning, creating an ecosystem of all learning, and obviously it's all take augmented workstations, what also that you build it, and also create an work environment where diversity is not only gender diversity but about generational diversity. You can have at least people from experience to the young kids, everybody together, and create an inclusive work environment where people from all stratum of the economy gets an opportunity to do whatever they like, and at the end of the day, at least it's all about your servant leadership. In my business, it's all about consumer business. I tell you, if you give gyan or directions, nobody will say no, but the execution will not happen. If you want to have seamless execution, and these are all track monitored, that you send message that within at least 15 minutes happen or entire country is done. So always this stuff, how you people manage it? Actually it's not managed, you have to live by values. It doesn't happen like that way. Live with values in the sense, say first of all hiring right, continuously creating an environment of at least learning, then about measuring the performance and rewarding people based on that. So they have to be completely transparent. So in our business, what we have to do is every business you will have a dashboard. So dashboard one will be related to people, related to customers, related to business, related to processes. So 4 segments through which we continuously value, and then you have a KPI steps. In every segment you will have like your like business. You will have one sales, you may have a margin, you may have a stock losses. You will have different parameters, and basis that you have to at least what data and you have live dashboard for every employee on their handset. They will get to see, the store will get to see, everybody actually will get to see the performance day in and out slide. So end of the day, you have to have the audacity of sharing. That's what I keep always doing. Completely staying transparent on your evaluation system. And from the beginning of the year, this is the dashboard based on this kind of reward. And you can share actually, upfront. This, if I have 24 states, I have got 8 regionals. This is what the performance, and I have told. Then it's up to you whether at least what's the kind of bell curve you manage. So I am slightly liberal in my bell curve management, but at least so far as evaluation is concerned, people should know. And second, I as a leader, I believe in giving continuous feedback. There are a lot of experts with which I have worked. They love to keep track at the year end, they will give the final decisions. I don't believe in that. I believe in that every human being comes every day with a positive thought of minds to do well in life and to contribute to the society. So how do I impact the person concerned? How do I improve and contribute, everybody's life that they will keep doing well in life? So if we give that kind of environment, so everybody can keep improving. So that's both well. And second, it's very easy to drive improvement in productivity One is, you have to have servant leadership. Personally, you do everything on your own on the shop floor. Then you understand, you might say this job can be done in 1 minute or 30 seconds or 2 minutes. It's only transactional job can be done. If you work for 8 hours, 10 hours, are you able to achieve that? Personally, if you see Tesco's, which is one of the global leading retailer, the owner, Sir Terry, every month he personally does the job of a store manager one shift till now. If you do actually the job of a store manager in my business, so starting from receiving, from unloading to putting the items in the stock, to put the offers, planogram, and checking out the customers, understand, taking the feedback, correcting all those things, then you not only do, you learn what are the issues, challenges. So when you go out in your life, any job that you dare to do it, you'll get an opportunity to interact, and you'll be better accepted as a leader, by your team. And you will learn actually how you can impact the productivity when you are personally actually doing the job. Servant leadership is extremely critical to be accepted as a leader. And next bit is, I can tell you, when you do actually this completely, then it's all about outlier. So anything that you do, you will have an outlier. So easy to improve productivity. So you don't have to do anything. You set the processes personally you have done. You see some people are doing exceedingly well. Always they are extremely motivated. So there are some people who are on the bottom actually. So only managing the outliers itself improves the overall productivity. So either attitude problem, or have they not been trained properly, and how do you impact the life, at least to correct it. If you do continuously in such kind of large organization where you manage around 3 lakhs of employees, my whole business of grocery, 1.5 lakhs on roll and 1.5 lakhs off roll, means gig workers including the delivery guy. So there you can't not actually only while you have a set process, you have a continuous training, you have measurement of training learning, you have to inspire them, at least multiple modes. But obviously at the end of the day, if in a small store you say these are food pickers, they are at least the best they are picking. So that itself inspires others. This is doing why I am doing that. So those kind of things, at least outlier management really helps in improving the productivity. It's all about at least how do you continue and creating a work culture, take care of the employees, take care of the employees or mental health, and arranging their at least say work-life balance. This is all easier said, but I tell you, end of the day, all of you, at least just like my own kids, I can share with you that please, whatever you do, please try to enjoy. Don't, at least stress is nothing, it's a state of mind. If you are conceptually clear about what to be done, you don't know, learn. If you learn from people who are junior to you, you can't be expert in everything. Learn, and everything in life that we will do, what you may be actually studying a lot of things. End of the day, actually, now that Professor Ramana has come, he is, one of my guru actually said, if you are not, the basics of finance or commercial law, BFA and cost and management accounting, which are all extremely critical, in part of my life till data, and I have to live by till my last breath. Those are all, what is valuable. Whatever you are learning here, carry it, and at the end of the day, actually, you have to love you. And if you are conceptually clear, for that you have to love, you have to work hard. And then actually, when you do it, and but yes, you can't say, no, I will not work hard and enjoy, it won't happen, right? And then, your bosses will not be always, in good mood, like vamping. Means, most of us, they're pretty pampered because everybody is having 1 or 2 kids. So, by the time you come to the corporate world, your bosses are also getting, at least a lot of, at least pressure, expectation. I need this market share, I need these are the SLAs, I need that. So, you have to listen. There you cannot say no, nothing. You have to, yes sir, to be done. But then we can't pass on that ground. You have to understand what is logically do, you can do it, and then how do you navigate. So if your bosses, whenever you join, you get offset, don't feel they are offset with you. They are actually offset with the expectation, how to execute and drive that, at least expectation that's there. And they are also human beings. They will, at least, but you stay focused on doing what is right, stay fully engaged, be assertive. Don't say always yes. Nobody likes, every employee will tell yes. No, we also tell, nicely, in a proper advice I would give, but this is my observation. So that also was learned in this institute, how to be assertive, not being aggressive. So that's not part of life. When you all get married, so you can't say no at home that I am the boss and whatever I said will be done. So you have to create an ecosystem where you at least share your thoughts, ideas, and you have to create positivity. So that's what you have to do. So don't get upset. Second, take pride of yourself. Initially that I told at the institute that if we have all come to this track from public sector to private sector to retail over the last 40 years, and it's all actually staying, learning the basics, valuing the basics, respecting yourself, doing what is right, creating at least a team of valued ethical team, and at least so whatever you comes in your way, you feel it's good for you. You might try even. I might I have tried my I was just saying I would have loved my daughter to have gone civil services. She didn't open the wrapper and kept it. She went to a business school and started doing the job that in the government sector. I told, but no, I am a papa. My employer is government there. I am happy there. My son, I was still going to McKinsey front-end consulting. Initially struggled and then we started to do at least for 2 years job. So initial paychecks really excites you. After that, couple of 2-3 months, no, this job actually you don't get proper sleep, work pressure is too much. But you have that father, my responsibility is fine. You work for 3 at least 2 years, then decide. So after 6 months, that forget now is part of McKinsey front-end because you get a lot of upload. After 1 year, you get promoted. And so, no, I have not done anything great. Why I am promoted? No, actually, you may be doing something great. You may not be knowing, and when your bosses actually upload, you don't feel that bosses are only interested in for their interest. Not happening. So it's not that at least any institute that you come, it can get an entry. After that, whether you are from ABCL or from XIMT, because this is a whole valued, respected institute for ages. So you all are fortunate to be part of this institution. Get all the learnings because the kind of value ethics which is taught here, I don't think there was in few business school it is taught. And at least social ethical responsibility which you drive your business, it gives you a very strong leader and helps you long term. So whatever comes in your way, be happy, have patience. Something after every actually defeat definitely win will come, or every failure success will come. Stay always positively engaged. If you believe in God, I too strongly believe. Whatever happens in life, always you will be grateful to God that something good is happening. Anyway, I have spoken a lot. Sir, now I got more than an hour. I have taken. Now it's left to all of you to raise any questions or anything that we can have our best to share them.
Wow, that was something, right? This is life, and he's been very open with his journey in life. Before I get into the question and answers, one or two which I would like to hear from you. One is that you have an opportunity. Like you said, in many cases here, the students have all had an opportunity to join a place like this. And you also mentioned about valuing yourself. Because once you have an opportunity, you have reached a certain stage, you must take pride in it. But the thing is that as you went along in life, you shifted from one industry to an entirely different industry. This could happen in anybody's life. How important is that first job, wherein you take a stand, I'll do marketing, or I'll do finance, or I'll do something else, and later on it becomes more and more difficult to shift tracks midway? That's my question.
See, if you want to have at least a full-fledged business leader, I tell you why you may have core function. So try to excel in whatever responsibility or assignment you are getting first. Okay? And end of the day, at least when you become a senior business leader, effectively you have to have domain expertise, maybe few, but you have to have full grip on everything. Every unit manager is also HR manager. He is also having enough of grip on the supply chain. He is also have broader exposure about the IT and analytics. He is also at the finance head, he is also a marketing head, he is also everything. But to start with whatever domain that you are getting, try to be an expert in that. You have to work hard. If you don't learn something, please ask your seniors, you ask your other colleagues, read lot of materials, and then any job that you are doing, try to be excel in that. I tell you, end of the day, so it takes time. But once you become at least expert in the job, that everybody in the organization, in your department is not dependent on you. So creating your indispensability on the field that you are doing is all left on you how you excel. And each of you have the potential to excel in whatever job you are given. But finally, while doing this, you should also have an eye on other functions which are also very closely integrated, interrelated within the organization. So as and when you grow to different, at least level senior, you should not be blindfolded with one function, but in a holistic way, it could be a better leader.
That's right. I think it covers it well. So now we'll open it up for questions. If you can kindly raise your hand, then Mike will come to you. You can introduce yourself, just your name will be good enough, and ask your question. Okay? And so we'll answer it. Please, you can start whoever is interested, please raise your hand. Okay, let me go right at the end. Yes. You stand up, please. Yes. You, that's right. Give him a mic.
Pass it on.
Look at this content.
Good morning, sir. I am Sarthaki Sen Gupta from XIMB MBA BM batch of 25-27. Taking some points from your presentation, that you mentioned that during the COVID-19 pandemic, many of your stores, managers, they faced the challenges of health as well as risking their lives during that point. What lessons do our batch or the next generation of leaders carry forward in this matter, so that a situation like this emerges next time? So what learnings do we take so that we can de-risk both human life as well as we can improve our business in the future?
Thanks, it's a good question. So first of all, at least what the associates or the managers that they could discharge this responsibility is not that we had trained them, groomed them, that COVID will come and handle the situation. It was not that. Okay. So what from the organization side we did, I can tell you, it's about the safety first, safety in the sense what we had created that every day every employee has directly through a system in the phone. You can give about your temperature and your so we are measuring your breathing, all oxygenations, all those inputs were given, and centrally it was being tracked if anybody is having problem. And we have a medical team, in every state. We will have a doctor, in every state across the country. And our HR, the way they were trained, all the basics. First of all, is about sanitations. That every store you need to have, and then I will link it to your expectations. About the sanitations, utilize your sanitizers in all your, your washroom or workplace. Have a face mask. Every employee, every customer, those are all basics which are done. Then about the hygiene element, and then centrally track monitor. Then the employees, even their commutations, every location were arranging to pick them from home and drop them home. So this, of course, Reliance as a huge entity, they felt it's not about business, it's about at least taking care of the society, taking care of the employees, zero discussions about profit. So purpose, is many times is much important than the profit. That's what it was done. Okay. And how it impacted, I'm telling the employee which is coming, will have a lot of persuasion at home that it's risky and all, and but still when organization takes care in such a way, and you also personally, all employees, the way they have been trained, groomed, they felt it's an opportunity to help out our customers and solve them at their own doorstep. and creating an ecosystem how to do it. So the learning for us, life will have different kind of challenging environment, but I would always recommend that keep the purpose in your life ahead of your paycheck or ahead of whatever money that you get. Over a period of time, you will see if your purpose is correct, automatically profit will flow in. It's all matter of time, that you have to be very clear about the purpose, and anything that you are doing, it has to be socially, ethically right, correct, positive. It really brings positivity among all stakeholders. If that is what the purpose of your decision, you can be staying assured. Profitability may be delayed or reward may be delayed, but reward will come to it will come in a very bountiful way you can't dream of. That's for sure. So that's what I would just like to say. Thank you.
Okay, next, right in the front. Come, stand up, please. Yes.
A very good morning, sir. So I am Shreyans Mahapath, sir, and sir, in case of fruits and vegetables, I think people still prefer to buy them from outside physical sources like Mohanty over any e-commerce or quick commerce platforms. So I would like to hear your opinion about how that can change and how quick commerce platforms can work on that.
Okay. So actually, as you rightly mentioned, fruits and vegetables, the shelf life is very short, and managing freshness like leafy, still packaging and all it's improving, but we have a long way to go. How do you actually package it? How to keep the moisture intact, live, and what is the cost of maintaining, and what is the price that you can charge, and what is the availability of the customer? Timing situation is not that easy. Okay. Even see, I'm from Odisha, and always I will be challenging my fruits and vegetable head. Those who are from Calcutta will be there. So here sell-through is less compared to what it is in south. The highest actually fruits and vegetable sell-through for my store comes actually from Karnataka or from APTG, majorly south part, and even west also pretty good. So here actually e-commerce, as you are telling, so if I go to a store, your quality may not be good, but I can choose which are the good items. But here it is all coming blind. Means you are showing me pictures which are pretty good. Basis that I am taking a decision, but what I am getting, it's not up to my expectation. Okay. Having said that, see like Odisha is see very look and color, you have money and go and buy. But that may not be the situation everywhere in the country. So people are say you are in Mumbai, and if you get a job there, obviously in the morning you will be how quickly you will take at least your transportation reach office, and by the time you come home it's also very light. But you may have to depend. But still what we are doing on the back end. One is about sourcing, how we see from harvesting to delivery, how to reduce that. We are working pretty well, and because now orders can come even the night, but the delivery has to start. So then forecasting also it becomes a challenge, and definitely fruit and vegetable sourcing happens almost 24 hours before, because and instantly guess orders you can't go and get materials. So those challenges are there, but that actually through AI, once the business projection happens, then what is the kind of right quantity and right quality it can come to and handle. So there is an improvement what it was there maybe and then quality check before dispatch. So all those elements also takes time. Can I actually have additional person kept for quality check? You can do it, but it has a cost. Second, it takes time, but your industry is announcing 10 minutes delivery, 10 minutes delivery, 10 minutes delivery. How do you have order coming in, then you are picking, packing, checking, handing over, and then somebody going and deliver the entire process has to complete in 10 minutes. So you have to manage both the ends, and things are improving, but many geographies again in the front end, it's a continuous training. I mean, yesterday I got a message from somewhere in the country, somebody has written to chairman, just giving a pictures of potato which is damaged. So first of all, the sourcing has to be, at least how to have the quality check from sourcing side. Then where it's processed and dispatched, how it has to be 100% perfect. Then on the transporter where it is received, at the time of receipt, their time is not measured, their how it is perfect. How the receipt comes, before 6 o'clock at every store, but one can say again supply chain cost. If you have the full truckload, then I will give you one full. But if you have to serve multiple stores, then the quantity. So you have to have different manage cost at every location and ensuring quality. So then many businesses that will do initially start with higher losses, no problem. They start perfecting. So we are in the phase of gradually reducing, improving quality across the country. Are we perfect? Do it is available in the store? No. It takes time, but I'm sure you are getting fast that will come with technology, with now AI coming to many places, all this quality checks getting live, packaging material actually getting improvised again faster. See, now also packaging material, but it has to be affordable cost. Otherwise you can't. That's also improving. And then how do you carry and at least the customer specific like just still actually develop. It is not perfect. But see, if you go to local players, many places, see, whenever I come to Bhubaneswar, while I get a lot of materials, so I will choose which items I get online, which items I get offline. Literally, I will not get online. My spouse, first of all, she is not interested to do online. So I have to lure her the weekend when I come. Please book, see what's the kind of space. I have to give special offers to lure customers to come and start online meeting, and then we will. But yes, it's work in process and it will.
Thank you so much. Okay, let's come to somebody side right there. Yes, please.
Good morning, sir. My name is Mohanty. Sir, during your address, you mentioned that when you made the switch from banking to retail sector, you were purpose-driven to help the lowest of our society by providing them jobs. So, sir, what were the key hallmarks and indicators you saw in Reliance Retail during its inception, which made you think that yes, Reliance Retail would give you the proper environment to help you fulfill your purpose?
Honestly speaking, when I switched over, of course, Reliance has reserved to me multiple times, to join the sector. And since I was in banking, I told I don't know RF retail, why should I come? And then Mr. Ambani and his close friend who handles his business is Mr. Manoj Modi. They told that we are all retail engineers, we are not retailers. They organized retail, obviously abroad, old structure. India, when it started in 2006, it was still very early stage, and before us, only few players were there. So we broadly learn from global actually leaders because there's a lot of set of processes, everything, and then we will at least roll out across country, and it's a venture of Reliance to reach out to every citizen of the country. That's the actually I don't know if you would have anyone of you would have interacted with Mr. Ambani. He's a person with complete vision, and of course it has reached such a scale he can afford at least to have multiple initiatives. You would have seen particularly with telecom, the data cost before Jio came and where India's position was and where it is today. And we experience it from our home, and how to be even helping the at least the entire startup ecosystem of the country. We are all private over there. That similarly here we told it's a venture. While your industrial organizations would like to at least reach out to the common man and their employment, and they're all experts. While talking to you, for 15, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and they will have all data collected. What this is looking for. How to tap this guy. He's a good leader that you would like to have. So they will have their own homework ready, to their HR, and that is what they will, discuss. That's what I was clear. Second thing, I was after my education from this issue all along, of course, I was outside, and here is the opportunity to come, of course, to work for the home state. So that was a great opportunity for me to the home country, and there's a need in the family also that I found this part, through HR they would have got to know, and that is what at least for me, and of course I enjoyed it. and incidentally, for all of you those here, for not only for retail, for all the businesses, whether it is Geo, at a unit level, we have continued to be the highest profit making business for Reliance. You talk of retail, talk of Geo, it's may not be highest in the sense I am talking of EBITDA percentage. It cannot be compared whether Delhi or other suburbs. Talk of profitability, while there will be multiple, one is the brand, the way it has been built, the team, the way they have been built. Second, you can talk of the cost structure here. But when it comes to consumption, it is almost comparable whether you talk about in Delhi or in Bombay. Whatever you consume, Bhubaneswar or Odisha consumption is similar. So all these things happen, and initial then at least for all of you at least it was only some between Kata Bhubaneswar only were operating. But now almost all 30 districts we would have almost close to around 150 stores in this state alone, while 3,500 or India, and e-commerce next to Bombay, even Odisha numbers are at least in top 2, top 3 in the country. That's the kind of at least maybe some of you may be contributing to that. That's the kind of yeah. And my dream I was shown. I felt at least the company has lived up to it, and I have also been able to see the dream which was shown to me in those days.
Thank you, sir.
Here in the middle, can you send the mic up front, please?
Hi sir, my name is Nisha. Sir, you mentioned about doing a pilot test before scaling the product up. So my question is, how can we implement that in our day-to-day lives before any special event or something like that?
Okay. So pilot event in the sense, first of all, your own health, to start doing the pilot, in the sense, for me, so I can say I can have to reduce so much of weight. So it won't happen actually overnight unless I start, stopping. So anyway, I have told all of you, for all of you, first is your health, your happiness, your corporate salary, job. That's actually, I tell you, secondary. If you think of your health. If company is not leaving me. For such, I have been requesting, it's enough, I have done, now it's time that I should, at least, let's have a successor. Finally, India developed that, and now, last February, before appraisal, I would have told boss, I want somebody. And when I'm leaving 9 team members in geography, who are my regional, please come. So everybody has this, my doctor is studying in LSR, I can leave Delhi, as somebody said, because they are all coming here to come to head office, you have to manage multiple ecosystems. So you should have the aspirations to come. So now finally company is getting somebody from Italy, at least Carrefour is a global retailer, their CEO will be coming. So maybe he's yet to join, let him join our little group. So what actually I was saying, the company would thinking, first of all, you are maintaining your health. So if you do a pilot, what I would have done, maybe the job itself really helped me to, I am not a young guy, I am, at least young in spirit, young in thoughts, young in everything, but age is not in my control. That really keeps growing. I'm born 62 years, so I have completed 63 years, and still company retirement in age in Reliance is 58. Now I have completed 5 years. I told 5 years is enough. No, we are all working. You have to work, and you have to work as a full-fledged employee in this role. I told enough. So what actually discipline I keep doing. So my job, I tell you, I would have told a little bit, that. So company allowed my family to be here as per the request of the family myself. So every Sunday, so after this, I have got 7 o'clock flight. I'll go and every Sunday I go to Bombay. Monday, Tuesday I work there. Wednesday morning I go to one of the geographies, and Friday night I fly back here. That's what I have been doing for last 15 years. Okay. So all of my friends, relations, and everybody, how do you do that? Is it doing all those things? So in life, you have the person who inspires yourself, not even your spouse. You can all inspire everybody, all your relations. At the end of the day, life is enjoyable, life is tough, life is cruel. It's all you have to decide how to lead your life. And to discipline yourself, something you have to first is for yourself. It's about weight. Am I able to weight because I am from east part of the country and love a lot of sweets? What is the kind that I am not a consumer field, maybe because of one is, and second, the pilot that you do, anything that, first of all, job, I can tell you from my job sector. So like, e-commerce you have to start. You can't start all entire, content at one go. So normally all the pilots will do, I love to do, one is, at least one in each state. Identify that, at least because every geography here, so far as food habit is concerned, and practices, everything, would be different. Even assortment is different. So do it in one store and let the geography decide. You don't get into everybody's life of your juniors. Give them complete freedom. Then you start. And first of all, that 10 minutes and all, we started long time back, before even physical. And but we didn't know the rigor of doing it. And we started it, and in Navi Mumbai it fell. We fell in the sense we didn't have this kind of rigor tracking, personally going, is it being delivered? And then finally, at least we went to that 48 hours. I was just telling delivering geomat orders, then came to what 30 minutes immediately. It's all mindset. And then it comes to say now it's around 16, 17 minutes. That's what it has come. So you have to do anything before rolling out. Once you did, then you find out what are the areas improvement. So you saw what is you at least when you did in Mumbai, why it is taking for earlier we cover geomat, chal hai, additional business. I told now it's time that let's make micro detailing in a very controlled environment. So you could easily see that at least a lot of ergonomics issue, a lot of attitude issue, training issue, fix it up. Similarly, in personal life, one can say I don't reduce weight. I don't reduce personally myself. If I start consuming a lot of sweets, body is not going to help me. Second, if I need to do at least every day morning, what I do, obviously my job entails 10,000 feet, every day walking for years I must be doing. And you track it. So that is what, so that I have to decide whether I have to get into higher blood pressure, take medicines, or I have to get diabetic medicines, or else I have to walk every day at least, either through job or it's morning walk 45 minutes, maybe jog on the weekend for 5 kilometers and consume whatever sweets I want to take. So all about at least pilot you do at least. Second, I decide I have to reduce weight mandatorily. That can be done. I have not yet taken it seriously. That can be done. What means what? You have to have dinner by 8 o'clock. After 8 o'clock, no dinner, nothing. And then if you want to have now what people are doing, so for 15, 16 hours fasting, straight away then go get into lunch, breakfast, and I'm not telling you I'm not a doctor. I'm telling you people those who are achieving this are able to see it. I think I've done intermittent fasting and I have reduced my weight. Weight management is extremely critical in your career management also. If your health is good, then you will enjoy. Age is just a number. You see Mr. Modi, so our Prime Minister, so how he is at least studying, and I'm not giving example of Donald Trump anyway, but at least, but there are people, so all age is a number, as long as at least you do, but it is all about yourself, how to discipline, and piloting one piece up to be whatever, first of all, which is your priority that you want to do. Choose a small element and do test pilot and you will definitely succeed.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, take right in the front. Yes. Can you pass the mic here, please?
So don't scale up anything in life without pilot. Okay. So similarly, choosing a life partner also you have multiple interactions. Before deciding.
Good morning, sir. My name is Aditya Verma. So, as you mentioned, the quick commerce companies have been promising 10-minute delivery, but this puts a pressure on the drivers to rush to the traffic, and it makes it easier for the people on the road as well as the driver. But at the same time, it is also important to keep up with the advancement in technology and different things that happen in a dynamic business environment. So, what do you think? How Reliance can strike a balance between keep up in the business as well as keeping their employees safe?
Good, relevant questions, and according to me, I hope the Gen Z actually understand it better, and the PE investors understand it better than us. So I tell you, you would have hardly say 30 minutes is a good enough time for any housewife or any spouse or family to get the food that they share. So we have not bandwagon of QC for next side. Nowhere you see Reliance name comes as part of QC. So if you don't deliver in 10 minutes, it's not QC. But at the same time, at least within the four walls of this room, I can tell you, if you don't actually have a significant portion of a business from there, so your valuation of your company doesn't go up. It may not be profitable business. It's all about the contribution of this business as part of your globally, everywhere that you see is dead. It doesn't exist anywhere in the world. It's not a sustainable business. Because see a dark store that you open, the rental, the electricity, and the last mile expense, the consumables, everything together. Currently, grocery actually quick commerce, which is operating around 14-15% margin, and average order value is currently around say 350, so you get around 50 odd rupees, and all cost consumable is 10 rupees. So at least all packing material, whatever consumable I'm talking about, 10 rupees. Last mile delivery is around 45 rupees. And then you have got rental and electricity per order, that would be actually I tell you around 5% of the order value. So it would be close to around 20 odd rupees. So it is never ever going to be profitable. Second, one can say like one thinks, sir, abhi Diwali aa raha hai, abhi mere ko samajh lo. So let's deliver gold coin and all. That's our valuation badhega. So what guarantee is there that rider that you choose running away that gold coin? How to track that? Do I have again separate team to track gold coin? So I am telling at least you have to have it's not overnight that you can increase the margin. Not. So 30 minutes actually we are not in the forefront of QC for the namesake of business. If you are pushing QC, it is only to stay relevant in the business so that your like for like business is not impacted. Otherwise, your store will start, sir, QC has impacted my business, I have gone down. So only my team to stay mum, I told will also have QC. Second, actually, we are not QC, we are actually talking about QMart. Second, actually, what we are doing, we are having omni-channel. In the sense, as I said earlier, from the same store where we are having, we can put our business from there. So your fixed cost is nil here. If you don't have rental, you don't have electricity. So we have an opportunity to drive this as a profitable business because of the lesser overheads. And I'm telling you, the madam told about pilot. I'm just now trying to do a pilot. I've not yet done. I've just thought for the last 2-3 days. Currently in quick commerce, your range is limited. In person it's around 2,500. So I am going to start pilot. Last 2-3 days back, I decided for the whole store I would like to do as part of the assortment of quick commerce. I was like in Gujarat, where I have only one store. So they have the luxury of making the entire store visible to the customer. Second, actually, what I would like to do, create actually within the store maybe 150 odd square feet, a zone created and a dedicated guy, whoever comes, घर बैठे order दे या यहाँ दुकान आए जो भी है, you will get at the same price. So I start converting those customers to quick commerce. That is first what you have to download the app, teach them. Then I have start lure them. घर बैठे बैठे तो और 100 rupees सस्ता मिलेगा. So that's what marketing gimmick. So that means all the top of mind they were doing from Kirana. How do I start at least participating in that? Fourth, in the standalone towns, since I have one store, so customers know where my material is coming. So either they come to store or order from home. The entire assortment I will make it visible. If I have 10,000, so I have an opportunity to make it a profitable business. And we have got what monthly basket value. Grocery, husband and wife, kids must be spending around 7,000-8,000. Where hardly around 3,000, 2,500, 3,000. So if this goes up to at least another 1,500, 2,000, so my project is success. Then I will start now. Currently I am doing, as madam I told you, 4 places only. I am doing there, I am doing in Hathras in UP, I am doing in there in Bihar. I have one store where I can do the pilot. So once that pilot is successful, then I will identify which are similar only one store. Then I will visit old rolling out. Then I will, through AI and all technology, I will start developing in Bhubaneswar some stores which are there. Can my assortment be store specific? Currently it is sector specific. So this is all starting from IT. Then if anybody who is in a town Patia can be shown the full assortment of Patia. It's not there now. Now entire Bhubaneswar will have one assortment. Then store specific, if I get like the full assortment. So this is all part of this is all common sense. AI phase, these are all big buzzwords. There are a lot of people they try, they will develop. You have to give concept at one piece. They will do it and then you have to roll out. Business actually is about basic arithmetic, basic accounting, and a little bit of communications. That's what all everybody, whoever big shots, small shots, everybody does that. Unless you are a techie, unless you have to be a Microsoft and all that's different. So this is what at least we are going to do it. I'm just don't reveal it. It's not going to media, but I'm just choosing 4 locations. Do this pilot, and we are not actually going to. And one condition, I don't want 10 minutes. I want to be at least 2 hours, 30 minutes. I will keep 30 minutes. 30 minutes should be good enough. So customers should be happy. Full assortment should be available. I am personally in favor of pushing that 10 minutes. It's really mad rush, but we have to participate because of the valuation. If I don't do that, all global investors, everybody, every Microsoft software company, everybody has invested. Google, everybody. Are valuation because at least not participating in QC. By participate. So let's do it. So then now once I do it, my order, which would be having around 2-3 lakhs from 6 months back, even yesterday's numbers were around 1.4, 1.5 million every day. So now but Mr. Ambani is not happy. Kamadeba wants market share. I have to be leader number 1 in the country. तो क्या तेरे को चाहिए बोल दे तेरे को मैं दे देता हूँ. You have to be number 1 in the country. कहाँ से हो जाएगा? So then we are innovating. So keep innovating always and do it in a controlled environment. Then scale up. Always keep your people team is happy and you do servant leadership. Don't direct. Personally do anything in life. Personally do end to end, and your team will help you. And then together you agree on a steady state how it can be done. One, I have to go and give an example and I will start doing 10 minutes, everybody has to do that. It's not possible. They are all human beings. They are coming for whatever, 8 hours. They have to have tea, they have to gossip, they have to do this, that, fun. Then, if you take care of all those elements, this is sustainably, any business can grow. Sorry, I have gone beyond what you said.
We'll take 2 last questions. I'll give one to a lady and one to a gentleman. So a lady, any ladies who want to put up their hands? Okay, since you're already standing, go ahead.
Thank you so much, sir. I had a question, quite familiar to the previous question. First of all, I'm Aditi Mishra. My question is, one of the major competitors in how JioMart is operating would probably be DMart Ready, since it also follows a similar style of delivery, where it takes a specific time to deliver, but DMart already proposes a already proposes a number of discounts when it offers its products. So how does JioMart actually plan on competing with that, in addition to the fact that it has already been in market for quite a while now? DMart Ready, the home delivery as well as the store delivery service, where small stores are set up to deliver from the major store to these for the customer to pick them up.
No, thanks, it's very relevant. And we are also thinking about it, but our advantage is that we have a pan-India presence. DMart is our greatest competitor in the market where we operate. You are from which part of the country?
Maharashtra.
Oh, that's good, good. So the relevant question, 17 stores of DMart is there in Pune. I have just increased my number of stores to 22. But so far as square feet is concerned, they are better than us. They are actually 7-8 years older than us in terms of their presence in the city. We have very recently during COVID only expanded our network. Prior to that, I had only 3 stores, one in On, one in Almonte, and one in Delskiar. I didn't have many stores, but I have just spread. And DMart God is Maharashtra, Pune and entire Maharashtra, and that's one actually brand I do salute. If I love to go to temple, I love to go to DMart every day, visit, log, and my competition gives me a lot of learning what how do I operate. Okay. Our strength is actually we are pan-India presence, so there it's difficult for DMart to catch me overnight. Second, I operate on lease property, so it's faster to expand. stand, whereas DMart most of the properties are owned by them, and it is actually backed by personally stock market investor, and so they are actually rental actually for in their balance sheet is zero because the properties are owned. Second, when it comes to their DMart ready, most of the location they are also taken standalone small stores where the profit has coming. So we have a rental actually it's always at least you will have a rent you have to pay for that standalone. So I don't have that money to pay because I have currently till now I have got so much of stores. I operate from my store, so my fixed cost is zero. Second, currently they are also operating on a structured assortment of around 2000. I do operate in Pune around 2500 assortment, but the pilot, as I said, I am piloting if it is ready. Then I should be able to at least give full assortment. So far as the pricing and margin is concerned, I know DMart obviously because their fixed cost at least rental is zero, which is a significant portion for me. So I am also at least the categories where they are going head on actually. It is about staple, which is the center of so they are what who were there 2-3 years back. Now would be at least wherever you go to our store, there you hardly find any difference. But yes, perception. They are older than us, perception. So only through service and all you can do. You might catch up Reliance will be difficult for the very fact that we have a competitors and they are a regional player. They are in Maharashtra majorly, and now they have gone to south. They are catching up in Andhra. They are the territories where do well actually. PTC and Maharashtra. North. They have tried, failed, Punjab tried. Even in Odisha, a lot of players have come and gone. Who have Spencer come twice, gone. Moore has come twice, gone. So I'm also listening. Last few days DMart is coming. I'm also getting ready how to. That's it. But yes, market is so big. Everybody has got to play. But at least model-wise, we're also ready and to catch up and that's it.
Okay, last question from a gentleman. Yeah, since you're standing as well, please go ahead.
Good morning, sir. I'm Sajid. What I want to understand is that it is said, and I'm not sure that if this assumption is true or not, but with the quick commerce specifically in the grocery store, it is said that whosoever captures the rural part of the country because of the logistical requirements, be it Mart, be it GeoMart, be it anything else, will be the one who actually captures the whole market pan-India wise. So, first question, is it actually true that rural India holds the key to capturing this particular market? Second, since you said that GeoMart has a presence over pan-India, what are Reliance and GeoMart strategy to capture that part? Because logistically it gets very difficult to provide that kind of discounts and to deliver quickly in rural India. So I wanted to understand that part.
That's an excellent question, and especially my native place in Odisha is around my village actually. So last weekend I had been to my village, a place called Kendrapada, which is around 45 kilometers from Cuttack. So I went and got some puja, interacted with some people, and I was enthused to listen that people who are going to farmland, in share cultivators, then they are placing orders in Amazon, in village, getting material. So that really inspired me. Even in a village environment, people are placing orders in Amazon. For of course, those are for non-grocery elements. So is it worth doing capturing this market? That is why I have chosen Hathras, this pilot that I am doing, taking you from my last week's experience. Hathras, where is larger, but since one store is there, and then food to that locations. So where relatively these are all rural, and at least wherever we are presence, like we have our presence even in Odisha, not district headquarters, sub-regional headquarters. We are not gone deeper. We have gone deeper up to small stores, 10,000 population across country. Where and larger stores who are putting where we have around 15,000 population. So that itself is enough to go to tier 4 location. Second, about the GeoMart or QC, since our stores are fed, we have a supply chain network. So I have got a warehouse in Bhubaneswar, which is around 2 lakh square feet, it fits this state. But similarly, those who are supply chain, unless you have minimum 50 crores from the warehouse, it's not viable. rival. So this is also scientific business over a period of time got developed. So I'm interested to open, maybe in Sambalpur. It's not, maybe the business has to more, intensify to be, able. And we do, of course, now after GST has come, like my south stores, which are, say, place called, Korapur, that part. Fitting from Bhubaneswar is pretty expensive. Supply chain cost comes around 8-9%. So getting it, from Vizag and all that's actually cheaper. So that's what Pan-India network we have got full. And stores have been fed. It is not quick commerce per se. And our quick commerce is from the store. And stores have fed, supply chain will not be through. And you have got a inventory of, close to 25 days of grocery, 23 days of grocery everywhere in the country, whether it's tier 1 or tier 4. So feeding any customer's need will not be a problem, and no inventory cost also.
As a follow-up question, if sir allows me to.
Brief, yes, because we are running out of time. Yeah,
Yes.
keep it brief.
Yes, sir. Just a small question. Is there any value chain disruption? Because it's a whole value chain of delivering. A lot of things comes under it. So is there any innovative value chain disruption that can help, in specifically quick commerce for grocery market?
Yeah, value chain discussions certainly it's there because on a bigger motors customers which come and same inventory is visible to a quick commerce, yeah. If any point of time the order comes, and if the customers for the store picks up, they will impact the fulfillment. So there you take the advantage, at least help of the technology. So whether it is festive, non-festive, weekday, weekends. So accordingly, the forecasting is done in such a way so that you have enough of, at least inventory available. Similarly, in the back end, you have to literally operate, at least if you have enough of inventory, you have already dead inventory in the store. How to manage actually the dead hand in inventory in the store at a reasonable level so that you don't get stopped out, you don't lose sales, and fulfillment is maintained in the sense if you have 5 items order, all 5 are solved. Similarly, at the same time, how the customer who goes to purchase every item they get, it's a daunting task. It's not, where 100%. You are operating at least, I tell you, on a quick commerce, actually around, 90% of the fulfillment. A long way to go. And where technology will play a critical role, and a lot of our supply chain backend infra is getting completely automated. Pick light, exactly system will automatically pick everything, earlier it was all manual. So entirely supply chain disruptions across the country is happening. It has to be automated, and then material will move, and not to the right inventory in the store. You can't have excess inventory. So long way actually for the entire there will be disruption in the country, and overall, the way you would have seen the road infrastructure, after this automobile must be started where it has grown. And similarly, supply chain infra actually now it is just starting. You have got cold chain infra, what a huge, ask to happen. All those things will need heavy capex, but it will keep improving. But things are in the right track. But QC per say 10 minutes. Personally, I'm not very convinced. I don't know if every household requires only 10 minutes. It could be a fun for Gen Z, but I don't think it is going to stay for long.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Round of applause, people. Okay, I would not be doing my job if I don't talk about the impact that you have had, sir. When this BES was conceptualized 7 years ago, what I'm told is that the purpose of BES was to bring business leaders, decision makers, and have the students understand their mind. Have them understand how their journeys have led to decisions that they've made along the journey, and more importantly, really understand the process itself of decision making. I think you've handled both those admirably. Being from XIMB itself, it's a very, very big pleasure to have you back and see how you have transgressed time so long, four decades is a long time. And I'm sure they carry back a lot of what you mentioned about impact. When I was hearing you out, to me, you had an impact. And these impacts were the keywords I picked up from your talk. The first was I for impact. I is innovation, and you spoke about that. The second you talked about was meaning. Having a purpose, which is my next one for P. So M is meaning and P is purpose, and you spoke about that. You also spoke about A, which is agility and the need to be agile. You talked about change and change management, which is the C. And finally, you started your talk with T, thankfulness, thanksgiving, the fact that you are also now giving back to society. We thank you very much for the impact.
Mrs. Now it's time that you should come back and share your experience. Sir, many thanks for sending your message, and all the students and the faculty is giving me the opportunity to start in the podium of such a respected institution to share my thoughts and values, and if it can help any one of you, so really I will be grateful, and my contacts and all should be available, and anything will be available. I will try anything I can help anyone of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we draw this remarkable session to a conclusion, it is my absolute honor to be delivering the vote of thanks. On behalf of the Xavier Institute of Management, XIM University, Bhubaneswar, we extend a heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished keynote speaker, Mr. Kamadeba Mohanty sir, for sharing his invaluable experience and insights. Sir, your words of wisdom and wealth of insights truly embody this year's theme, leading at the edge from uncertainty to impact. A sincere thanks to Professor Francis Castellino sir for masterfully moderating the session and enriching our understanding. Now we move on to the presentation ceremony. As we bring this keynote address to a conclusion, I would like to request our respected keynote speaker and our esteemed moderator to kindly accept a small token of appreciation on our behalf. I would now request Professor Castellino sir to kindly present a token of appreciation to our esteemed keynote speaker. So could I crave your indulgence once again, as the Business Excellence Summit team has prepared something very special for our esteemed keynote speaker. I would like to invite them on the stage to present a symbol of our gratitude. May I really request Professor T.V. Ramana sir to kindly grace the stage with his presence? finally, we have something very special for our esteemed moderator, Professor Francis Cassidy. We also have a small surprise for our esteemed keynote speaker. May I invite the Alumni Committee to present our alumni speaker with a token of our gratitude. May I request Professor D. Ramana sir kindly hand over the token of the speaker. The Alumni Committee would also like to officially launch Unnayan, the annual alumni magazine. Sincere expression of gratitude to our wonderful audience for your enthusiasm and thoughtful questions. A sincere expression of gratitude to our wonderful audience for your enthusiasm and thoughtful questions, which made today's interaction even more engaging. I would also like to pay my sincere gratitude to our esteemed faculty, Professor D.V. Ramana sir, for gracing us with his presence and for his constant support and encouragement. We also genuinely express our appreciation to the committees that work tirelessly behind the scenes: the Alumni Committee, the Career Advisory Services, Illuminatics, the Media and PR Cell,